Hey everyone, today's video is going to be about geysers and how to find them. Now, geysers are very helpful because they can provide you with limitless amount of raw materials ranging from water to gases and metals, and the problem is that most of them are pretty hard to find. So some of them, like the one you see in front of you, is exposed in the open, so it is very easy to notice them as you dig around the map. However, the vast majority of them are actually dug into the tiles and into the biomes, and it's very hard to notice them because you need to dig them up to discover them. Okay, so to track those geysers down, we need to first understand their shape and form. So every geyser in the game always resides on the same 4 tiles of neutronium. Under the geyser, there will be always 4 tiles of this neutronium, which is a spatial ore that cannot be mined. So with that said, we have our first clue of tracking down geysers. If we can find this configuration of 4 horizontal tiles made up of neutronium, just lying around randomly around the map, this means that right above them resides a geyser. So to find those neutronium tiles, what I like to do is to go into the temperature overlay by pressing F3. Now neutronium is a spatial ore because it absorbs no heat at all. It is completely insulated. And it always stands out with its own different color of temperature from the rest of the tiles. And you can immediately see that by, for example, examining the neutronium under this natural gas geyser. You can immediately tell apart the neutronium from the slime and sedimentary rock that is scattered around. Now, if we go and look around the map, for example, we can see that across all those granite, bleach stone, sand, which all are more or less in the same color because they all have the same temperature, you see that there are 4 tiles of different color. And lo and behold, this is neutronium. And what's more, this is especially 4 tiles of neutronium in a configuration or in a horizontal configuration, which can only mean one thing. There must be a geyser just above them, right in this area. Let's take another example. Let's keep scanning the map, just going around and looking for some tiles that stand out. Opa, look at this, once again. We have tiles with the same color, but again, there are 4 tiles that stand out. And once again, this is neutronium. This means that there must be another geyser just above those tiles sitting around this area. So, by using this method, you can already find yourself the locations of geysers around the map. The next question that comes is, which category does this geyser belong to? And there are 3 types of geysers in the game as of this video. And the first thing we want to do before we dig this entire thing up is to find which family does this geyser belong to. To answer this question, let's go over the 3 types of geysers we have in the game. The first type are vents. Now, vents, just like all geysers, reside on the neutronium basis, and what we want to notice is their shape. Now, vents are 4 tiles high and 2 tiles wide. In general, they take 8 tiles and they are centered in the middle. Now, vents output either gases, different types of gases like chlorine or polluted oxygen, and liquids like water. The second type of geysers are, geysers. Now, if we compare them to the vents in terms of how much space do they take, we can see that the geysers are 4 tiles wide and 2 tiles high. And geysers only output liquids. The last type of geysers are volcanoes. Now, volcanoes output either magma, like this one in this case, or there can be metal volcanoes that can output metals, in liquid state like iron and copper. Now, in terms of space, volcanoes are 3 tiles high and 3 tiles wide, which means they take in total 9 tiles, and they are always centered to the left of the neutronium base. You can see that the right side of the neutronium base is clear. So with this information, we can now classify which type of a geyser the buried geyser belongs to. So let's go back and find ourselves a geyser. Let's find ourselves 4 neutronium tiles. Aha, okay, there's one. This is a 4 neutronium base, so there must be a geyser over here. So let's try and determine the type of it. So here is how I like to do this. I'll go into the base menu and select tile, doesn't matter which one. And I just issue build orders above the neutronium base. Completely randomly, I just spam the build orders, just like this. And notice what's happened. Some build orders were issued just fine, but the build orders I attempted to order around this gap just didn't work. The game doesn't allow me to do so. There must be only one reason. Something is already occupying the space underneath those tiles. Now, what is actually buried underneath those tiles? Well, you've guessed it, it's our geyser. And we can actually see its shape. We see that the geyser is 2 tiles wide and 4 tiles high. So we have 3 types of geysers, right? And each of them has different shape. Now, which one do you think is going to be the type behind those tiles? Well, if you've answered vents, you would be correct, because if you recall, vents are 2 tiles wide and 4 tiles high. So the geyser that is residing here must be some kind of vent. We don't know which type of vent. Maybe it emits water, maybe it emits gas or something else. We don't know, but we know for sure this is a vent. Okay, so let's try and track another geyser and check its type. So we're going to the temperature overlay and scan around the map. See. Oh, aha. So we found our 4 neutronium tiles, which means there must be a geyser above them. Which type? Well, let's go into our spamming tile tactic. I'm just spamming some tiles. See what's gonna happen. Okay, so we already have our shape. So whatever geyser is buried here, it is 3 tiles wide and 3 tiles high. Which type of geysers do you think is going to take this amount of space? 9 tiles in total and a line to the left. Well, if you've answered volcanoes, then you are correct, because volcanoes fit this description precisely. They take 9 tiles, 3 tiles high and 3 tiles wide. So whatever we have here must be a volcano. We don't know which type of volcano, but we know for certain this is a volcano. Okay, let's do one last example. Let's keep scanning the map all the way up until we find our neutronium tiles. 4 of them. Again, that means there's some kind of geyser around here. Let's do our tile tactic again and start spamming. Aha. Okay, so we got our shape. This time around, our geyser, whatever it is 4 tiles wide and 2 tiles high. Do you think you know which type of geyser this one belongs to? Well, if you've answered geyser, then you are correct, because geysers take the exact amount of space of 4 tiles wide and 2 tiles high. So whatever we have over right here must be some type of geyser. Once again, it might be water geyser or polluted water geyser or something else, but it's a geyser nevertheless. So this is pretty much it. We now have information about how to track geysers and how to check which type they are. Now, to determine which material they output, Well, for this we need to dig the geysers themselves. We can't just check it with one of those nifty little tricks, but at least you have some basic early information before you go and dig about a geyser. For example, if you're looking for water and you manage to find a volcano by using one of those tricks, you won't dig it up because, well, volcano can't produce water, for example. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have any more questions or comments or any feedback you want to share, please write them in the comments below. And other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.